Hollywood just dropped a massive wave of movie updates that could reshape the next few years of entertainment. From legendary franchises like Toy Story and Narnia and Harry Potter, to shocking sequels and unexpected casting moves, everything is moving at once. And some of these announcements are way bigger and more uncertain than they first appear. We've got everything from Planet of the Apes and Edge of Tomorrow 2 to Longlegs 2, Dexter, and Disney's live-action Tangled. A brand new chapter in the Planet of the Apes franchise is officially moving forward, and this time, Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps director Matt Shakman is taking control of the iconic sci-fi universe. According to multiple industry reports, 20th Century Studios is developing a new Planet of the Apes movie with Shakman attached to direct and Josh Friedman returning to write the screenplay. Friedman previously worked on 2024's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which became a box office success, and earned praise for expanding the post-Caesar era of the franchise. However, early reports suggest this upcoming movie may not directly continue the story from Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Instead, the studio is reportedly exploring a completely new story set somewhere within the Apes universe. Plot details are still being kept secret, and 20th Century Studios has not revealed any casting or release date information yet. The franchise has remained one of Hollywood's strongest sci-fi brands since the reboot era began with 2011's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Now, with Shakman stepping in after directing Marvel's upcoming Fantastic Four film, fans are eager to see where the legendary series goes next. Tom Cruise's long-rumored Edge of Tomorrow sequel may finally be moving closer to reality after more than a decade of waiting. According to a new report from Production Weekly, Edge of Tomorrow 2 is currently eyeing a late 2026 filming start, with both Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt expected to return. However, it's important to note that Warner Bros. Has not officially confirmed the project is in active development yet. Reports about the sequel have surfaced on and off for years, but this is one of the strongest signs so far that development may finally be progressing. Released in 2014, Edge of Tomorrow became a fan-favorite sci-fi action film despite modest box office numbers at the time. Based on the Japanese novel All You Need Is Kill by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, the movie followed Cruise's character, Major William Cage, a military officer trapped in a deadly time loop during an alien war. The film later gained a huge following thanks to its unique concept, intense action, and strong performances from Cruise and Blunt. The sequel's momentum may be connected to recent changes in Cruise's schedule. With Mission Impossible franchise seemingly wrapping up after Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and his supernatural thriller Deeper reportedly facing delays, director Doug Liman and Cruise could finally have the opportunity to reunite for Edge of Tomorrow 2. Still, neither the studio nor Cruise's representatives have officially confirmed the sequel yet, so fans should view the reports as developing news rather than a final announcement. Disney's live-action Tangled remake has added another major name to its growing cast. Diego Luna, best known for playing Cassian Andor in Andor and appearing in Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, has officially joined the upcoming adaptation of Disney's beloved animated fantasy film. According to multiple reports, Luna will play a brand new character created specifically for the live-action version rather than someone from the original 2010 movie. The project already features a cast that includes Tegan Croft as Rapunzel, Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider, and Katherine Hahn as the villain Mother Gothel. The movie is being directed by Michael Gracie, known for The Greatest Showman, with filming expected to begin in Spain in June 2026. However, Disney has still not announced an official release date for the movie. Released in 2010, Tangled became one of Disney's biggest animated hits, earning more than $590 million worldwide and building a huge fan following over the years. The story follows Rapunzel, a young princess with magical golden hair who escapes the tower with thief Flynn Rider to discover the outside world. With Diego Luna now joining the cast, excitement around Disney's live-action remake is continuing to grow as production moves closer to starting. Netflix has officially delayed Greta Gerwig's highly anticipated Narnia movie as the streaming giant prepares its biggest theatrical release strategy ever. The film, now confirmed to be titled Narnia, the Magician's Nephew, was originally expected to release in late 2026, but has now been pushed to February 12, 2027. According to reports from Deadline, Reuters, and other industry outlets, the delay is tied to Netflix's plan for a major worldwide theatrical rollout before the movie arrives on streaming. The move marks a huge shift for Netflix, which traditionally gives most of its movies limited theatrical runs before quickly moving them to streaming. This time, however, Narnia will reportedly receive an exclusive theatrical window of more than 45 days, including IMAX previews beginning February 10th before landing on Netflix on April 2nd, 2027. Theater chains have reportedly welcomed the decision, seeing it as a major win for cinemas after years of shortened theatrical windows. Directed and written by Greta Gerwig, the movie adapts C.S. Lewis's 1955 novel, The Magician's Nephew, a prequel exploring the origins of Narnia itself. The cast includes Emma Mackey, Daniel Craig, Carey Mulligan, and Meryl Streep. With Netflix now betting big on a full theatrical experience, the fantasy epic is shaping up to become one of the streamer's most ambitious movie releases ever. HBO is already doubling down on its upcoming Harry Potter television reboot before the first season has even premiered. According to multiple reports, the studio has officially renewed the Harry Potter TV series for a second season, showing major confidence in the long-term future of the franchise. Season 1, titled Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, is currently scheduled to debut on HBO and HBO Max on Christmas Day 2026. The newly announced second season is expected to adapt Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and will reportedly begin filming in autumn 2026. HBO is also expanding the creative team behind the series, with Succession writer John Brown being promoted to co-showrunner alongside Francesca Gardner to help manage the overlapping production schedule. HBO has previously stated that the plan is to adapt all 7 Harry Potter books across roughly a decade-long television run. The series stars Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter, Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alastair Stout as Ron Weasley. Production on the first season is already underway in Leavesden Studios in England, the same location used for the original Harry Potter films. While fans are eagerly awaiting for the first full trailer and more footage from the reboot, the early renewal signals that HBO sees the Wizarding World as one of its biggest long-term projects moving forward. Even before Toy Story 5 reaches theaters, Pixar may be already thinking about far beyond the next sequel. Director Andrew Stanton recently teased the future of the legendary animated franchise while promoting Pixar's upcoming projects, hinting that Toy Story 6 and even Toy Story 7 could eventually happen if audiences continue supporting the series. However, Stanton stopped short of officially confirming any future installments beyond Toy Story 5, which is currently scheduled to release on June 19, 2026. According to recent interviews and entertainment reports, Stanton explained that Pixar sees Toy Story as a world that still has many stories left to tell. The studio has continued expanding the franchise for nearly 3 decades, beginning with the original Toy Story in 1995, which became the world's first fully computer-animated feature film. Since then, the series has grown in one of Pixar's biggest and most successful franchises, earning billions worldwide and becoming a major part of animation history. At the moment, Pixar and Disney have only officially announced Toy Story 5. The upcoming movie will reportedly explore the growing conflict between traditional toys and modern technology, with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen returning as Woody and Buzz Lightyear. While talking of Toy Story 6 and 7 is still just early teasing rather than official confirmation, the comments suggest Pixar has no plans to leave the beloved franchise behind anytime soon. Oscar-winning actress Charlize Theron is stepping back into the action world once again with a brand new thriller titled 6 Clean Kills. According to recent industry reports, Theron is attached to star in the upcoming action film alongside Apex director Baltasar Kormakur, who is currently in talks to direct the project. The movie is being developed by Warner Bros. And is already generating attention because of its gritty assassin-focused storyline, and Theron's long history with high-intensity action roles. The story reportedly follows a highly skilled hitwoman whose perfectly controlled life begins to fall apart after a mission goes wrong. forcing her into a deadly survival game filled with betrayals and violent confrontations. While plot details are still mostly being kept secret, early descriptions compare the tone to films like John Wick and Atomic Blonde, combining brutal action with psychological tension. However, Warner Bros. Has not yet announced a filming schedule or release date for the project. Charlize Theron has become one of Hollywood's biggest modern action stars over the last decade, thanks to movies like Mad Max Fury Road, The Old Guard, and Atomic Blonde. Meanwhile, Baltasar Kormakur recently directed the survivor thriller Apes, starring Charlize Theron and Taron Egerton, making his latest collaboration another major action partnership between the actress and filmmaker. With development now moving forward, Six Clean Kills is already shaping up to be one of the most talked about upcoming action thrillers in Hollywood. Melissa Barrera is officially returning to the horror genre with a brand new psychological thriller titled Inhabit. According to multiple industry reports, the Scream and Abigail star has signed on to lead the upcoming horror film from writer and director Adam Alicia, best known for projects like The Last House, On the Left, and Delirium. The movie is currently being launched to international buyers at the Cannes Film Market by Logical Pictures. Inhabit is described as a mix of psychological horror and supernatural terror. The story follows a young woman who moves into a rundown apartment complex after a traumatic life-changing event, hoping for a fresh start. But strange occurrences soon begin surrounding her, including violent neighbors, disturbing stalkers, and bizarre supernatural events that make her question reality itself. According to the official synopsis, she eventually realizes she may be facing a dark force connected to the deepest parts of her own nature. Adam Alicia said the film draws inspiration from classic horror movies like Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, and Get Out. Meanwhile, Barrera continues building her reputation as one of modern horror's biggest rising stars following their performances in Scream, Scream 6, and Abigail. While Inhabit is still in early development, the announcement has already generated strong interest among horror fans as Barrera steps into another intense and unsettling role. Matthew Lillard has officially joined the cast of James Gunn's upcoming DC sequel Man of Tomorrow, adding another surprise name to the expanding Superman universe. According to multiple industry reports, Lillard has been cast in a mystery role, though Warner Bros. And DC Studios have not revealed any details about his character yet. The film is the follow-up to Gunn's 2025 Superman and is currently scheduled for release on July 9, 2027. It brings back David Corenswet as Superman and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, with the story reportedly focusing on an unexpected team-up between the two as they face a larger cosmic threat believed to be Brainiac. Lillard's casting is especially notable because he's previously worked with James Gunn on the early 2000s Scooby-Doo films, making this a reunion more than 2 decades later. While his exact role remains under wraps, fan speculation's already spreading online, with theories ranging from classic DC villains to more comedic or unexpected characters. At this stage, no plot details involving Lillard have been confirmed, and DC Studios is keeping the storyline tightly secret as production continues to build its ensemble cast. However, his addition further strengthens the growing lineup of the DC Universe reboot and adds more excitement to one of Warner Bros.' most anticipated upcoming superhero films. Nicolas Cage is officially heading back into the nightmare universe of Longlegs, as a sequel to the 2024 horror hit has now locked in a major release date. According to multiple industry reports, Longlegs 2 is scheduled to hit theaters on January 14, 2028, marking the return of filmmaker Osgood Perkins and Cage to the disturbing world they created. However, despite being labeled as a sequel, the new film is not expected to continue the exact storyline of the original movie. Instead, reports indicate it will be a new story set within the same Longlegs universe, expanding the mythology rather than directly following the first film's FBI investigation plot. The original Longlegs, released in 2024, became a breakout horror success thanks to its unsettling tone and Cage's chilling performance as a mysterious serial killer. The film's strong box office run quickly turned it into one of the most talked about horror titles of the year, setting the stage for franchise expansion. At this stage, key details such as returning cast members beyond Cage, the exact storyline, and production timeline remain under wraps. What is confirmed is that Osgood Perkins is expected to return as writer and director, while Paramount Pictures is back in the project following the franchise's success. With its 2028 release locked in, Longlegs 2 is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated horror returns of the decade, even if much of its story is still being kept in the dark. The Dexter universe is expanding once again, and this time it's bringing in a true horror icon. According to a recent industry reports, Dexter Resurrection Season 2 has officially added Kane Hodder to its cast. Hodder, best known for portraying Jason Voorhees in multiple Friday the 13th films, making this a major crossover moment for fans of both crime thriller and slasher horror. At this stage, details about Hodder's character are being kept tightly under wraps. Neither Paramount Plus nor Showtime has confirmed his role, but early reports suggest he will appear in a reoccurring capacity rather than a one-off cameo. The casting choice has already generated strong buzz online due to Hodder's legacy in horror cinema and his reputation for physically intense silent killer roles. Dexter Resurrection continues the story of Dexter Morgan, the forensic expert with a dark secret life as a vigilante serial killer. The Revival series builds on the original Dexter and Dexter New Blood, expanding the character's world with new enemies, moral conflicts, and darker psychological themes. Kane Hodder's addition hints that Season 2 may lean even further into an intense, suspense-driven storytelling, potentially including a more physical and brutal antagonist presence. However, no official plot details, release window, or filming schedule for Season 2 have been confirmed yet. With the horror legend joining one of television's most iconic crime franchises, anticipation for Dexter Resurrection Season 2 is now even higher as fans wait for more official updates. So that's the full breakdown of today's biggest Hollywood updates and what's coming next in movies and TV. If you enjoyed this update, like the video, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.